What is going on? Welcome back to the channel. Today when I talk to you about NIO. So I did a video earlier on and I went over some of the data points and what was really influencing it. Since then, things really heated up and I see a lot of people online saying that this is shorts returning. So I wanted to do a very quick video on some of the data points and things that you need to keep in mind. Before we get into any of that, make sure you guys hit that thumbs up, and with that, let's get right to it. So there is roughly 10 minutes left in the trading day, 1.86% in the green right now, 479 the low, 509 the high, and a lot of volume. So for those of you that watched my pre-market video, like NIO was getting very low volume as well as pretty much the broader market. So right now things really heated up. 53.8 million shares being traded, 54.3 is the average. Still no official news from NIO, no SEC filings, no special meetings coming from China associated to stimulus or anything like that. So essentially the only thing that has come out was something I brought up already in my pre-market video, and that was this. So the L90 deliveries are going to be kicking off in August, and it looks like they're doing sending out 600 test drive units. Aside from that though, there's not really much coming out. So whatever reason, you do have a lot of hedge funds buying up NIO. So on the secondary market, you see two transactions, one buy and one sell, 121,000, 114. The 114 is a sell. So these are kind of smaller fish, but looking at the dark pool, this is where you see a lot of big buys coming from hedge funds, as well as through dark pool shorts. Shorts love to hide a lot of their transactions, but nonetheless, you are seeing a lot of big buying that caused it to go up significantly. So it wasn't necessarily shorts, it was actual institutions. So for those of you that know something on why institutions FOMO'd in to this magnitude, let me know in the comments below. But there was no new analyst ratings, or even aside from articles, like it was nothing. So it's kind of crazy, but it wasn't actually shorts. So at the time of doing this video, shorts are increasing 4.9 million shares. 11.26% of the free floats being shorted, works out to be 173.73 million shares overall are being shorted. And the reason why shorts actually did wake up is because of NIO moving higher, because NIO did have a high of 508, and of course it closing above $5 is not advantageous to market makers and shorts. So this is why shorts did wake up, just to kind of manipulate it down. So kind of comical on how that played out, but essentially you are seeing shorts really suppressing it. Aside from that though, the reason why shorts are suppressing it is because there is 39,000 in open interest at the $5 strike price. So for whatever reason, if NIO was to have closed at $5 or above, then you would have 39,000 at that 5, 14,000 at 450, 9,000 at 4, and then a lot of smaller amounts underneath. But nonetheless, 39,000 at that 5 alone works out to be 3.9 million shares. In shorts and market makers case, it is a lot easier just to kind of suppress and use that essentially 4 million shares, or 4.9, just to bring NIO below that $5 mark and have the 5 and above strike prices expire worthless. So again, another very clear indication of manipulation. But aside from that, looking at the options, you are seeing 5.6 million in calls, 3.7 million in puts, and then 45% of all the options being done are bearish in nature. And ultimately, like I said, just kind of watch for that $5 range. I'll do a video over the weekend on some expectations for this upcoming week, but based on this, the initial kind of estimate is that it will be between that 5 to 550. So still a lot of optimism is still on the table. Bears, what's happening from the bears is very unique. So you're seeing 450 anticipated for next week, and it looks like it's kind of staggered, but ultimately $4 or less going into kind of the foreseeable future all the way up until January. So kind of weird for that, but with it at 491, it is trading right below this R1. So breaking down a little bit on the technicals, but 492 is going to be that key pivot, 497, then 507 is going to be the kind of targets, then 482, and then 473. I'm looking at the 1 minute chart. I know in my pre-market video I used the 1 day, but this is a little bit more of a closer viewpoint. But yeah, essentially you did see a very nice push higher, and then shorts did wake up. But aside from that, not really much changed on the technicals, so just stay tuned for my video over the weekend. But I just wanted to pop on only because I see a lot of people just mentioning that it was shorts returning. So kind of interesting. I'll hit refresh just to see if there's any changes that does happen, but nope, it looks like it's staying at that 4.9 million. So they are kind of, on the side note, breaking their trend. So they have been largely returning, as I brought up, over the last pretty much since July the 8th. So today they are kind of breaking the trend. So I don't know if this is a start of something where they'll kind of once again really start to double down. And this is exactly a very good indication for those of you that as well say that shorts don't influence the price. This is completely inverse. So shorts returning, stock price going up, kind of goes hand in hand. So yeah, definitely interesting stuff. Let me know your thoughts on NIO. Are you buying? Are you selling? If you are aware of any news that did come out, let me know in the comments. I know coming from the American standpoint, like Trump alluded to potentially with his discussions with Powell, there might be a cut coming, but still, I don't believe the market did truly believe that. So let me know your viewpoint on NIO. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up. One final thing, pop over to my Patreon. If you're looking for a lot of buy signals on stocks, options, crypto, definitely worthwhile to pop over there and take a look. With all that said, appreciate all of you watching.